3.
Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And today I'm joined with Mr. James. James is a new patient here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief, traveling all the way down from North Carolina. So James is in town for his first ring dinger today. He said he's been watching us online for what, about 2 years now?
Yeah, about 2 years now.
So it makes him a crack addict just like the rest of us here. But I was telling him not to worry because I was such a crack addict that I became a licensed crack dealer. So James has been watching us for a while and he's been wanting to experience what the ring dinger was like because he's been to some chiropractors in the past, one other, that he didn't have a great experience with, and I'll let you share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it was, as I told you, I wasn't really confident with chiropractors in the past, and then for some reason, a few years back, I decided to give it another shot, and I went to one, and it was, my back was worse than when I first went in.
So how would you compare that initial consultation and everything so far to what we've done? Because we've already gone over your history, your orthopedic, your neurological exam, because those are things that we don't show on those YouTube videos, but how would that compare to that first visit that you had at chiropractor?
Well, you're far more thorough than they even were even attempted to be. So
yeah, most people don't, or most chiropractors don't even give a report of findings anymore these days. And we make sure to go over all those things with you before we even lay hands on you today.
I appreciate it.
So James, we're going to show the crack addicts out there what it's like to get your first ring dinger today.
Okay.
And first we're going to show them what your posture looks like. So again, I'll have you close those eyes for me like we did at the beginning. Bend that head forwards and backwards. Then back to neutral. And we've already gone over all this with James, so he knows that he's dealing with a little bit of that forward head posture. Not nearly as bad as a lot of patients that walk in our door, but we've got some right translation, and we've also got some right pelvic translation as well. So I want you to remember what the lighting looks like here now, and that head position. We're going to check all these things after the visit today again, okay?
Okay.
All right, so James, I'll have you go face down here into the BioPhysics table for me. Since this is your first adjustment, I want to get a feel for your spine and pelvis before I lay you on the ring dinger table and decompress you. So James is primarily dealing with some low back pain and some left sciatic pain down into that calf and heel on the left-hand side. And his leg gets a little bit longer there. It's a positive deer field on the left-hand side, and that tightens up in that low back and pelvis, doesn't it, James, when I bring those legs up?
It does.
Yep, so that's a positive knocklis as well. So James, we're gonna start on that left SI joint today. And you've got the easy job like we talked about. All you gotta do is breathe and relax, okay, my friend?
Okay.
And then if you want, you've got these armrests right here on either side that you can relax those guys on. It'll help relax those shoulder muscles. Tighten this piece a bit. Right. So we're gonna start on that left SI joint. Okay. Sacrum. Okay. Now right SI joint. Perfect. So now, James, I'm going to move into the lumbar spine, and these will be the most tender here at first, but that's because they've never been adjusted like this, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to start right here at that L5-S1 junction. Nice deep breath in for me, and all the way out.
Oh.
Good. So we're going to work our way all the way up here. So L4. You can probably notice on camera here, as I'm working up through the lumbars, I'm not keeping the same arm angle and line of drive with every single vertebra. It actually changes as we work our way up through that lumbar lordosis. So last one here, James, nice deep breath in for me. All the way out. Good, just like that. All right, so we're gonna recheck our leg length here. Good. So James, you are already exactly even now on that left-hand side. Tell me if this feels any easier in that low back and pelvis.
Oh my goodness, it's gone.
Pretty amazing stuff, isn't it? So again, not only do I want you to feel those differences and changes, I'm going to be showing you all those different orthopedic neurological tests throughout the visit as well.
Okay.
So now we're going to go into that lower thoracics. Big breath in for me. And all the way out. Yes, sir. You're gonna feel like a new man after this one, James. Big breath in for me. All the way out. I want you to let those shoulders just kind of sink and relax. Oh, there we go. Got some concrete in these upper thoracics here. I'm gonna have to bust loose on the ring dinger table. So maybe you scoot down just a little bit, get those shoulders off that headpiece. Perfect. Good. One more way up here in these upper thoracics. Nice deep breath in for me. Good, let those shoulders just sink and relax for me. There we go, there it was. Man, they heard that one upstairs, James.
Oh my goodness.
All right, you're gonna feel that head popping up next, okay?
Okay.
So remember the forward head posture I showed you in the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
This is how we work on it in this office, by
Okay.
reestablishing that normal cervical lordosis.
Okay.
Good. All right, maybe go face up for me now, please, sir. A little deeper than the videos make it look, huh?
Oh me. It looks the same, but you don't have the feeling when you're looking at it.
Right. That's why we say it's a lot deeper when you're actually in here getting it done. Some contact on either side of your cheeks now. Work on getting your head back up over your shoulders.
Oh.
That's what we call our natural facelift.
Yeah, that's a good name for it.
Have your arms out to the side now like a big old T. Now I want you to scoot down about an inch for me so I can get those shoulders over that thoracic drop.
A little more.
Perfect, right where you're at. Now I want you to just let those arms kind of hang and relax towards the side. Clavicles next. Anterior ribs. Last one. Good. So next, James, I'm gonna have you relax those hands right there on your tummy. We're gonna start by making you taller from the lower end first today.
Okay.
And so it's gonna take the compressive stresses off of that ankle, knee, and hip joint all the way up into that low back.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Now you should have felt that from your knee all the way up into that
I
lower
did.
back. Same thing on this side, like a limp rag here for me.
Oh.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna help you sit up here next, and we're gonna face some shadow.
I think I'm a couple of inches taller now.
That's without the ring dinger. You ain't seen nothing yet, my friend. That ring dinger is the one that's really gonna set you free from the compression in that low back that you're dealing with. Because like I talked about earlier with you, that's exactly what brought me into this office too. Have you look up at the ceiling for this one? Good. Same thing here on the left. Just like that. Crack addicts are definitely gonna love you, James. Have you look up one more time for me?
Oh.
There we go. Relax that shoulder there, perfect. Last one. I know you don't hear those loud cavitations, but you feel that movement in those small joints underneath there when I make that thrust. Which that is what a good chiropractic adjustment is, not the loud popping and clicking. Obviously you get those on a lot of chiropractic adjustments, but it's not the end goal of what a good chiropractic adjustment is. I want to take that joint through its normal range of motion, just like that, which is stimulating those mechanoreceptors in that capsular ligament that surrounds all of those joints that I'm adjusting. I'll be quiet here so the crack addicts can hear all the fun. Have you relaxed that shoulder there for me? Good. The same thing there. I know you feel that small motion underneath there, which is exactly what I'm looking for.
I did. I hear it more in the finger. Yes. Yep.
There we go. All right, James. So we're about to do the same thing, but to your entire spine. We're going to decompress you from skull all the way down to your sacrum.
Okay.
Maybe the butt right here, head up this way towards the top for me. So like I said earlier, this one right here is what saved me from back surgery at 19 years old. This is the entire reason I became a chiropractor. A lot of people think we're just laying every single patient down in here and videoing them on these ring dinger tables, but you don't see all the histories and the exams and everything else that we did before we even got the camera out for you today, huh?
Right.
So have you relax those hands up there on your tummy for me? So I want you to stay nice and flat for me, James, because I don't want that spine to rotate. Okay. I want it to be nice and neutral when I apply that y-axis decompression. So this is going to be very tight. It needs to be, okay?
Gotcha.
Good. I'm actually going to go one tighter on this side. You can stay flat for me. Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get that pin in there sideways. There we go. Got the squeeze on you now, huh?
You do. I can't go anywhere.
So for this one, James, it's important that you just keep those teeth together for me. You don't need to clench them together, just touch them so that tongue doesn't get between there. And if you take that nice deep breath in through your nose for me, and blow it all the way out. And wiggle that left big toe for me, James.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Oh!
You should have felt that. All the way down.
Woo!
Did you feel that to that L5-S1 sacrum down there?
Yes.
Perfect.
I did.
Perfect. Deep breaths into that nose. Good. Just relax those legs
Okay.
into the table for me.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're still kicking. Probably even higher after that one. Now you see why people are traveling from all over the world to get this adjustment done, huh?
I do.
So I'm gonna go upper right-hand side here, James. If you tilt with me, and we're gonna look over that shoulder.
Oh!
Last one here. I want you to kind of drop this ear into my hand.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Now your spine has never moved like that, my friend.
Never, ever, man. Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna be helping you up here next. Now when I get you in front of that mirror, we're gonna check out all those changes.
My goodness.
So right now you should be feeling lighter, you should be feeling taller.
I feel taller.
You should feel like you can breathe deeper because we also just adjusted all of the rib cage as well. So I'm gonna Shiloh, I want you to take one step to the side there for me. Good.
Oh,
so
I'm
no,
sorry.
just Shiloh, so we can look at your posture here. So already we've got that head and we've got in here. Remember how earlier when I showed you your ear position, you're between that shoulder and clavicle?
Mm-hmm.
You're almost exactly over that shoulder where we want you, my friend. We've also got better spacing here in the pelvis. Not perfect yet, but again, I haven't invented that super glue yet to hold you in position. So that's where this exercise here that I'm about to give you will help with that.
Okay.
First, since you're in Texas, I'm gonna shoot you with a big old gun. This is a lot deeper too, huh?
I like that.
A lot of people don't think this does anything on video until you get in here and get it on your spine. All right, so next, this is that homework that we talked about. Part one is gonna be shoulders up, all the way back. Have you go through this with me?
Okay.
Good, so up and all, go all the way through. Perfect. Part two, I want you to watch my chin here. We're gonna go straight back towards the wall behind me. Good, now extend as far back. Perfect. You must have been practicing these at home, James, because not many new patients can do it that well. Good.
Okay, well,
So I
that's
want you to
good.
relax those shoulders.
That's good to know.
And one more time, go forwards and backwards for me. Should feel like I put a little WD-40 in that upper cervical spine.
I mean, I don't hear any cracking, actually. Other
Got you on
than
a
when you
swivel
did it.
now, huh? So James, I
Whoa.
know you're traveling all the way down from North Carolina to get this
Man.
treatment done. Does this live up to all the hype that you've seen on video and everything that people have said on the videos?
It and then some. I mean, I watched it for 2 years online, and I kept telling myself, I gotta go. And I'm here. I'm glad I came. Wherever you may be, come here. Come here. This is
the
great.
home of the ring dinger. Hey,
This is
I
great.
really appreciate that, and I
This is
appreciate you
great.
trusting us and flying all the way out from North Carolina, because
Yes.
that's a big jump for patients who've
Yes.
never experienced something like this before. That's where these videos are so beneficial for people just like yourself out there.
And for someone who didn't particularly go to chiropractors, I mean, I've done a complete 180.
Yes,
This is amazing.
Well, I appreciate
Amazing.
that. Appreciate that very, very much.
Mhm.
So James is in town for the weekend. If he comes back into Houston, we'll get him in for some of those follow-up videos. But if you're ever out there and want to see either Matt Tuttle or Dr. Wes Richardson in North or South Carolina, you just let us know, all right?
I'll do that. Thanks
All
again.
right.
Thank
James,
you.
it was a
Thank
pleasure meeting you. And again, thank you for sharing your story with the crack addicts out there.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And we thank you guys for liking and subscribing to the YouTube videos. We'll see you guys soon.